The security camera notification buzzed Mark's phone at 2:17 a.m. sharp. At first, he ignored it. Motion alerts were common: raccoons, stray cats, tree branches moving in the wind. But then his phone buzzed again. And again. 3 alerts. Same camera. Same timestamp. Still half asleep, Mark unlocked his phone and opened the app. The feed loaded slowly, switching from black to grainy infrared footage. The camera faced his driveway, a narrow concrete stretch between his house and the neighbor's fence. Nothing was there. No movement. No headlights. No animals. The motion detection box glowed red anyway, pulsing as if something were actively moving. Mark frowned and scrubbed the footage back 10 seconds. That's when he saw it. At the very edge of the frame, barely visible, was a human figure, standing perfectly still near the fence line. The night vision washed it pale, almost glowing. The figure didn't move, didn't sway, didn't breathe, just stood there. Mark felt his chest tighten. He rewound again. The figure hadn't appeared gradually. One frame, the driveway was empty. The next frame, it was already standing there, facing the house. He watched the timestamp tick forward. 2 hours 17 minutes and 12 seconds. 2 hours 17 minutes and 13 seconds. 2 hours 17 minutes and 14 seconds. The figure remained motionless for nearly 2 full minutes. Then, without warning, it tilted its head upward, slowly, unnaturally, until it was staring directly into the camera lens. Mark dropped his phone. When he picked it back up, his hands shaking, the live feed showed the driveway empty again. The motion alert stopped. The next morning, Mark reviewed the footage on his computer. Frame by frame. Zoomed in. The figure had no visible facial features. No reflective eyes. Just a smooth, pale blur where a face should be. And when he checked the system logs, his stomach sank. The camera never registered the figure as a person. It logged the motion as environmental distortion. Linda worked night shifts at a small convenience store on the edge of town. After closing at midnight, she locked the doors, counted the register, and cleaned while the security cameras recorded everything. Or so she thought. One morning, the store owner called her, sounding confused. "Linda, were you here last night after closing?" She laughed nervously. "No. I locked up at midnight like always." There was a pause. "Then who's walking through aisle 3 at 1:46 a.m.? The footage showed the store dark, lights dimmed to emergency mode. Shelves cast long shadows across the floor. At first, nothing moved. Then a shape emerged between the snack aisle. It looked like a customer, hunched slightly, arms hanging loose, but it didn't walk normally. Each step stuttered, like the footage was skipping frames, even though the timestamp moved smoothly. The figure stopped in front of the refrigerated drinks. The door opened. Cold air spilled out, visible even in infrared. But no hand touched the handle. The door closed on its own. Then the figure turned toward the camera. Its face was wrong. The mouth stretched too wide, frozen in something between a smile and a scream. The eyes reflected the camera's infrared light, glowing white, brighter than human eyes ever should. At 1:49 a.m., the figure vanished mid-step. No fade, no exit, just gone. When police reviewed the footage, they found something worse. At 12:58 a.m., 1 minute before Linda locked the door, the same figure was already standing in the back hallway, waiting. Jason installed a security camera in his apartment after hearing unexplained noises at night. It faced his bedroom door, nothing else. Just a quiet hallway and the closed door. For weeks, the footage showed nothing. Until one night at 3:03 a.m., the camera triggered motion. The feed showed the hallway exactly as it should be. Empty, dark, still. Then the bedroom door creaked open. Jason was asleep inside the room. The door opened wider, and something tall stepped halfway out. It had limbs that bent incorrectly, joints too long, shoulders scraping the doorframe. Its head dipped low, almost touching the floor as it leaned toward the camera. The timestamp continued ticking. 3:03, 3:04, 3:05. The thing stood there for 6 minutes. Not entering the hallway. Not retreating. Just watching. At 3:09 a.m., Jason suddenly sat upright in bed, visible through the crack in the door, as if waking from a nightmare. The thing snapped its head toward him. The feed cut to static. Jason woke up screaming moments later, heart racing, certain someone had been in the room. When he checked the footage the next morning, his blood ran cold. The camera angle couldn't see inside the bedroom. There was no logical way it could have captured Jason sitting up in bed. And if you notice something felt off about these stories, if you rewatch them late at night and feel like the cameras weren't just recording, you're not alone. If this unsettled you, like the video, share it with someone who watches security footage too closely, follow the channel, and subscribe for more true horror stories caught on camera. Because somewhere tonight, a camera is recording something it doesn't understand. A video camera.